Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready, set. 3's the mic. 93's the mic.
All right, D, let's turn. All right, D.
Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
2nd and 13. Going up top. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going with a screen for Murray. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Pull it together. Sponge.
Hey, 88. Box it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, It's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common, but one thing, because they have these individual...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 22 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 19-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Come on. By 56.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down, Green Bay.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16. A first down for the green and gold. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
319. Hey, take 26.
Exit. 56.
Hey, Haywood.
56. Keep it up, defense.
Throwing on second and 8. Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Yeah, Liz. Hey, Foxtrot.
On third and long, it's Rodgers.
You better be afraid of me.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, let's go.
2nd and 1. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Ready.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Watch the slant.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Zadarius Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Shift! Watch the shift!
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
No. 319. Say Mike.
6. Get him. Get him.
630. Bravo.
6. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
6-6. Pull it high.
56 to Mike.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Down.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now they'll run. Murray. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. 2nd and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
What we got?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
65, 65.
Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 37-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Man out. Shoot.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He'll look to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Bring it. Bring it. Inside. 56.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down.
Blue 58. Right there. 56. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Check your hot read.
Get at 300. Get at 300.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
56.
Five.
Trash. Let's go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Get that quarterback at all costs. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's pick it up.
On first down, Murray.
Let's get off the field.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right, got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 9 now. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On first down, Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll drop to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And now look at him go. The 30. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Number 26.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will put them on top here in the third.
14. Saints 13.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it on.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to settle them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Gets this one left side to Pettis. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Run. I got you, baby. I got you. I got you.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
Watch out,
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Screen 18. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Hey, Delta.
56 is the mic.
6 minutes.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
First down, Packers.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Kill.
Now Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. And we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Mike 56.
From the 45 on second down. Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill there to make the grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cook trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 31-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Odd. 3 down. Odd.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Undercrush.
On 3rd down, Murray. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The 27-yard line.
Yo, Jackrabbit, come on.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Down, 18, Gator.
All day, dog.
Hit it.
Cook following the penalty. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They run the counter with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they